What's good? What's good? YouTube was good. I'm back in the building. What's happening? What's happening, man? You know what I'm saying? Just posted holding it down. You feel me? Doing me, man. So I'm not surprised. Yeah, okay, so the thing is, so the dude didn't get found. So he got found guilty on the lesser charge, right? He didn't get found guilty on the first degree murder. So therefore, the dude, with that being known, he's gonna you know what I'm saying? They're probably gonna hit him with some probation, or they might hit him with the six. Maybe they say 2 years in jail. Or something is the max, I think, or some madness like that. So we're gonna hear from the media and everybody, the horse's mouth. So what's good with y'all, man? What is good? You know what I'm saying? How's everybody doing? I'm over here doing me and doing as I does. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but I just had to name the title because I ain't heard nobody talking about this. But see, just like algorithms and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Certain things get pushed through that. It's I believe in certain things like that involving these type of cases too. But at the same time, like some people, I ain't gonna lie, man. Some Mexicans probably good, maybe even a good amount haven't even heard about this case. Maybe even a good amount of so-called black people haven't even heard about the case. Maybe a certain amount of white people haven't heard about the case. So I mean, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? The media is good with propaganda. They're gonna put their stories out or whatever they want to put out. You know what I'm saying? For the perception. You feel me? Everything's all about narratives and bullshit at the end of the day. So you know what I'm saying? So let me see. We gonna hear this, and then we're gonna I'm gonna play a clip from Red Supreme, man. Shout out Red Supreme. Y'all go subscribe and check out his channel. So I'm gonna play a little something from there, and then we're gonna go. Hold up, hold up. Oops. Got all these damn tabs. I ain't turn on one of these damn tabs. All right. Hold up. All right, hold up. Open up another motherfucker tab. Another fucking tab. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. But still, I mean, probation or like 2 years in jail. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. 2 years in jail, you know what I'm saying? That's 2 years of you being, incarceration. That's hard. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, to be honest with you, for a murder though, for taking somebody out, I'm gonna play a little bit of details. You know what I'm saying? Um, so hold up. So it's negligent homicide, right? So let's go into this. I got a couple what's the names? I got a couple. So okay, I'm gonna play this, and I'm gonna play this video under, and then you know what? Nah, I'm gonna play both these, and I'm gonna play Red Supreme. All right, so let's see what the heck's going on over there. My bad.
Go. Texas Today reporter Brandon Coe is live
But see,
from the Bay
that's how you know
County
it's a
Justice
psyop too,
Center with
because
how this.
dude, why did this case take 3 years? You know what I'm saying? Really? Come on. The trial and everything like nah, you know. I could see two, you know what I'm saying? Like 2024 or something, dude. But not 3 years, man. But see, it's a psyop, you know what I'm saying? And then you gotta hit it with the other psyop, and you gotta hit it with something similar to that. You gotta, you know what I'm saying, hit people with the programming and the operation. And it's not, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna say key what's like this is operation and program is just to basically to keep you, know what I'm saying, to keep us away from each other, keep us, I think, well, keep people keep the stereotypes coming. You know what I'm saying? The stereotypes is for black people. Remember that. The negative stereotypes for black people and the goofy stereotypes about people not being able to drive and shit like that is for other groups of people. So, you know, it's like.
Trial has unfolded over the past few weeks. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Jasmine and Micah. The defense and prosecution will be delivering closing arguments right inside the Justice Center behind me. Evidence shared and witness testimonies in the courtroom revealed the growing tension between Ramirez and Allison. Ramirez's ex-girlfriend says the accused killer told her personally that, quote, he wanted Joe on life support and wanted to stomp his head in. A Snapchat audio recording played inside the courtroom showed Allison detailing Ramirez pulling a gun on him at a prom after party. The defense has attempted to poke holes into the police investigation and the methods they used by asking why they didn't review certain security videos or take witnesses' phones during the lockdown of the high school when the alleged stabbing took place.
Why wouldn't you do so? Why wouldn't you want as much evidence as possible? But see, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. It's a lot of stuff that just wouldn't really be, happen in real life. Put it like that. That makes sense?
The jury today will be deciding between murder, manslaughter, and criminally negligent homicide.
And he got the lowest one. Oh, wow. He got the lowest one. Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that something? Ain't that just jazzy? You know there's no such thing as a coincidence, right? Y'all know that? There's no such thing as coincidences. There's no such thing. You know what I'm saying? So you mean to tell me lightning's going to strike in the same place twice? Yeah, that kind of rhyme. Huh? You know what I'm saying? Damn. I tell you. But see, why would you give him the least one when he said all this? There's evidence. But see, that's how you know it's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know a lot of this stuff be fake cases. You know what I'm saying? And real, if even if the case is real, something like that, what does that tell you about the justice? Fuck it. Say this is a real case. You know what I'm saying? Say this case. You feel what I'm saying? This is the other one too. And me by saying real, I mean I'm not necessarily saying nobody did die and like that. You know what I'm saying? But this is very. A lot of this stuff is just psyops, dude. A lot of this stuff is just programming. Just like the immigrants that been wrongfully deported, 2 of them. One was a Mexican or was El Salvadorian, and one just happened to be an Arab. Like, oh wow, okay. No Asian immigrants, no white immigrants. Like, see that y'all got you. Nobody thinks. You know what I'm saying? But how could you think? You got the phone, you got the laptop, you got the motherfucking tablet. You know what I'm saying? Like, how could you think? You got TV, you got internet, you got so much different things that take your mind and your brain. You see what I'm saying? It's a one big walking, it's a distraction. But see, my thing is this, so that's what I'm saying. How do you get off on the less is one, dude, when you said that you for one, you stabbed the dude 4 times, for 2, he had defense wounds on his arm, basically was like blocking wounds on his arm, and you said that you wanted to stomp his brains in. So that, but see, that's how you know, like I just said, is a lot of this stuff be bullshit because fuck it, this is a real case. Okay, real case. This being a real case, you know what I'm saying? There's something called evidence, man. There's something called evidence, dude. That come on, man. This and being able to prove, you know what I'm saying, somebody or prove beyond a reasonable doubt that somebody's intentions was or wasn't the way it was, man. That's how it works. Why are we acting like, you know what I'm saying? What's the point of having a trial then, dude? If the dude gets the least, you know what I'm saying? So 2 years is the max, from what I heard. You know what I mean? It's a possibility. The least thing he could get off with is probation, right? But damn, I was on probation before, dude. I didn't you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I didn't kill nobody, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. But all right, so let me go on and play this next one and shit real quick. Right? But see, that's what I'm saying. Like this right here is to make it, see, people that don't know their own history on both sides, black and white, we're gonna take this type of stuff and we're gonna psychologically, you know what I'm saying, put it in your conscious mind, your subconscious mind, right? See, and you're gonna really think that these people are like, you know what I'm saying? Subconscious, but see, we're gonna low key put the white man so supposedly in charge, like on some shit, and we're like the heck with God or the heck with the higher power. You see what I'm saying? So that kind of debunks the Christianity thing, or maybe it don't debunk it. Maybe it's that Christianity shit is on some the white man is God type shit. Now, I don't know. I mean, people told me, you know what I'm saying, when I was younger that I overthink shit. So I don't know. So this is a big psyop, you know what I'm saying? A lot of this stuff in the news, you know what I'm saying? 90-something.9%, a lot of the stuff in the news is psyops. A lot of this stuff, whether it's real, it's false flags, whether it's it's just straight up stage, you know what I'm saying? A lot of this stuff is just meant to shape your mind. You know what I'm saying? People old, young, 40, come on, if you're in your 40s and 30s, there's no excuse for this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? If you're a certain age, there's no excuse for this type of stuff, man. How does that work? You know what I'm saying? So they're talking about similarities. And okay, so now let's go into this one. But see, the thing is, and then his bond was $1 million or something like that, and it went down to 175,000. No, it was less than $1 million. It was like, I'll find it. I'll see right now. But how does it go down? So, and then Carmelo's was like 200-something thousand that he had to get out from, right? And that just show you, like, but see, they play us good, man. They play us real good. But I mean, I ain't gonna lie, stuff like this type of stuff really does happen. But see, you get the psyop so much, and you get the conditioning so much to where you even believe, yeah, black motherfuckers, the white motherfucker should get less time than the Mexican, or the white motherfucker should get more time than the black guy. Yeah, you're programmed into that. And I'm saying, people, oh man, I got black friends, I got this and that, man. I'm not racist, this and that. You sure you're not? Because you have a racist indoctrination. You know what I'm saying? You've been indoctrinated. You're indoctrinated with, you know what I'm saying? Whether you like to believe it or don't like to believe it or not. You see what I'm saying? Even a lot of black people are desensitized. This desensitizes us to I'm telling you, man. This makes you think that black people aren't human. This makes you think black people ain't people. Your whole motherfucker, the tiger video, or the video where the white person is handling the animals and shit and caring for them. Oh, I love them so much. Oh my God. That gets millions and millions and millions of views. What does that tell y'all? I seen a case where a white couple was driving on the damn freeway. They seen a little motherfucking little kitten and shit, motherfucking on the side of the road and shit. Them motherfuckers double back, went around, did all these maneuvers and shit just to get the damn kitten. But it don't matter what race you are. You stuck on the side of the road, damn near shit. Damn near no race is gonna stop for you. Shit. But see, what does that tell you though? I got more sympathy and empathy for people that are something, a being that is non-human versus somebody that is human. That's sad. Whose fault is that? You know what I'm saying? All right, man. So this is one is about the similarities, right? In this case, you know what I'm saying? Let's go into this right now. You don't think the government is behind this? You don't think the government and the Creed people don't have something, and the Jesuits don't have something going on? You know what I'm saying? Because one of them owns everything else, and one of them owns entertainment. So I don't know.
In 2022,
3 new witnesses took the stand. A bystander.
Damn. So they hit us with, another 3. They hit us with that 3. I'm telling you about these 3s and these stories, man. I don't know.
In the bathroom during the fight. Another good friend of Ramirez and Ramirez's brother.
News 10's Madison Herbert joins us now with more on what was brought up in court today. Madison.
Good evening, Lauren and Gordon. Well, before the jury was even brought in, Judge Wade Faulkner warned those connected to the victim, Joe Ramirez, to not engage with social media or news outlets about the case. Now that
why before the sentencing he says, why does he say that? Or excuse me, not the sentencing, but before the verdict. I don't know, man. But this stuff really happened, but it don't like racism be happening, discrimination, and motherfucker get off, white motherfucker get less time than black. Yeah, that, and black motherfuckers get found guilty and shit, be innocent. That type of stuff happens all the time. But the thing is, with what I'm talking about with this, and even say, hell, sometimes white and whoever other races, the motherfuckers be innocent and they get found guilty of some shit too. But my thing is, this right here You know what I'm saying? Is showing you, just like the Kyle Rittenhouse shit, just like the Daniel Penny shit. Like, dude, motherfuckers is not, dude. How do you choke a motherfucker from behind and shit for like 6 minutes or some shit like that, and you get off? But then if I'm not engaging, so you know what the crazy thing about it is, I could be bullshitting and shit, you know what I'm saying, in LA, wherever fuck, California, you know what I'm saying, whatever, bullshitting on the street and shit on the corners and shit, bullshitting and shit. Motherfucker could literally come up behind me, choke me out, you know what I'm saying, and I'm dead. And the motherfucker get off for it. I mean, so that's case law, man. It be fake cases, real case law. Let's go. Telling you.
That came out.
Fake cases, real case law. Facts.
After a person connected to the victim was seen commenting on our KWTX Facebook post about the trial. Once the jury was seated, though, cross-examination continued on the witness brought in late yesterday. Joshua Grimes told the court he and Ramirez were good friends. He was also in the bathroom the day of the fight. Grimes responded to a number of questions asked by the defense with, "I don't know, sir," or "It's been 3 years." The defense asked Grimes why he didn't give his phone to police that day. Grimes responded with, "The police didn't ask." Both sides refreshed the court and witnesses' memory by replaying the hallway security footage and the video of the fight. In the hallway video, you see Ramirez and 3 others enter the bathroom. Seconds later, you see Ramirez and Grimes in the doorway of the bathroom arguing with Raina Barber, who testified yesterday. Barber argues with them for about a minute before storming off. Then right after, another student walks in, and then about 20 seconds after that, you see Allison and his friend calmly enter the bathroom. The fight happens in a matter of minutes, and then you see Ramirez and some of his friends run out. The other student, who was just a witness, leaves, and then you see Allison run out and another student following him. Grimes said that he doesn't remember Allison wanting to fight. Grimes also said that he didn't know Ramirez to be a fighter, which is different from what was said yesterday by friends of Ramirez and Allison. Now, the final person to take the stand today is brother to the victim, Josh Rios. They are related. Him and Ramirez are related by marriage, and they have been since they were about 2. He explained to the court that prom was the Saturday before the May 3rd fatal fight, and Rios provided a different perspective on the conflict leading up to the stabbing, saying that Ramirez stepped in to confront Allison that night because he was being aggressive towards a friend of Ramirez's. He says
you know what else is this too? This is making people fear the justice system, dude. Like, well, this is making people. Okay, put it like this. This is making people that know this is bullshit. This bullshit verdict. This is making people that. So that's kind of making you stand on edge. Like, damn, wait up. What if some motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? What if motherfucker try to stab me up when he get off for the shit? Damn near. You know what I'm saying? Damn. No matter what race you are, shit. And if you're a smart motherfucker, thinking person, you would think, you know what? Wait up. Motherfucker could just walk up or whatever fuck bullshit. We could have a little a disagreement, whatever fucking, and he could just stab me up 4 times. You know what I'm saying? And then he damn near get off. He only get like 2 years. Damn, bro. I'm telling you, everything is fear. Fear equals control.
Argument was disruptive and loud, but not physical, and that's the fight that happened on prom night. Furthermore, Rios explained that he was in a group chat with the victim, defendant, and others, where he says Allison said that he wanted to take Ramirez to the woods at West Temple Park to fight, sending a screenshot of that location, which contradicts statements made yesterday and today.
What's crazy? I always thought that Cayson didn't want to fight. Damn, wait. So I always thought Cayson didn't want to fight. You know what I'm saying? And I always thought Ramirez was like, nah, and was pushing the issue, like, and then like I thought like Ramirez hit him or something. What I heard allegedly. I don't want to be arguing and shit about one, you know what I'm saying? Something that might, you know what I'm saying? I'm not doing all that shit.
That Allison didn't want to fight Ramirez. Rios said it didn't look like Allison wanted to fight at school, but that Ramirez walked up to him and said he wouldn't fight in the woods and that they could fight right now. Once the fight started, Rios is seen in the fight video taking a swing at the friend who walked in with Allison. Rios said he was worried because it looked like the friend was going to join Allison in fighting Ramirez. After the fight happened and everyone, including Ramirez, ran out, Rios says it was just him and Allison in the bathroom. It happened on prom night. Furthermore, Rios explained that he was in a group chat with the victim, defendant, and others, where he says Allison said that he wanted to take Ramirez to the woods at West Temple Park to fight, sending a screenshot of that location, which contradicts statements made yesterday and today that Allison didn't want to fight Ramirez. Rios said it didn't look like Allison wanted to fight at school, but that Ramirez walked up to him and said he wouldn't fight in the woods and that they could fight right now. Once the fight started, Rios is seen in the fight video taking a swing at the friend who walked in with Allison. Rios said he was worried because it looked like the friend was going to join Allison in fighting Ramirez. After the fight right now. Once the fight started, Rios is seen in the fight video taking a swing at the friend who walked in with Allison. Rios said he was worried because it looked like the friend was going to join Allison in fighting Ramirez. After the fight happened and everyone, including Ramirez, ran out, Rios says it was just him and Allison in the bathroom. That's when Rios saw Allison, knife in hand, and asked him, quote, "Did you just stab my brother?" That's when Allison puts the knife
I thought he ran
in his pocket and runs out of the bathroom, and Rios is seen chasing him down the hall in that hallway security footage. Now, Rios was still on the stand when court adjourned for the day. The defense requesting a mistrial nearly a dozen times while he was on the stand. Rios will be back tomorrow morning where they will continue his cross-examination. Reporting live in Belton, Madison Herber, KWTX News 10.
There are no hosting costs, no storage costs, and no monthly fees when you take advantage of this special deal. There's everything you need to make unlimited professional doodle videos inside one single platform. But unlike most all-in-one solutions, there are absolutely no compromises here.
They really planned to get.
Allison is facing a murder charge of
I thought it was just me.
murdering and stabbing former Belton High School classmate Joe Ramirez in 2022. I was in the courtroom today while they played a video of the fight that took place in the bathroom on a cell phone. Tuesday morning, Detective Tulloch was the first to take the stand. During his testimony, images he took of the school after the stabbing were shown, many showing droplets and trails of blood in the boys' bathroom and throughout the halls. During his testimony, the defense claimed he overlooked a piece of evidence by not taking a photo of the lock on the inside of the bathroom door, saying it was a failure in the investigation because, quote, "the lock on the door in the boys' bathroom plays a pivotal role in this investigation." Another witness to take the stand was one of the boys inside the bathroom at the time of the incident. He was the young man who recorded an 8-second video of the fight. The video shows Joe Ramirez throwing the first punch to Cayson Allison. That's when Allison is shown swinging back at him with a knife in his right hand. The two can be seen shifting to the corner of the bathroom, continuing to fight. Seconds later, Joe's brother is shown lunging towards Allison's friend, and 4 boys are seen fighting one-on-one fights in that bathroom. During that testimony, the defense asked the witness why he started recording and if Joe liked to have his fights recorded.
Why not, man? Fuck. That's what motherfuckers do. Isn't this the what's the name age? The internet age? This is the what's the name? Everything has to go viral. You know what I'm saying? Of course, man. How does that work?
The witness answered yes. That same witness said it didn't seem like Cayson wanted to fight.
The kids we're talking about. We're not talking about fucking adults. Kids do stupid shit. Kids aren't kids the ones that we supposed to be telling not to do the dumb, you know what I mean? Oh.
He stopped recording after he heard a scream and got scared. The trial finished up around 3 o'clock. Testimony is
everybody, motherfucking grown ass people be recording fights and shit, killing and shooting. I mean,
set to begin Wednesday morning around 9. Reporting in Belton, I'm Dominique Lay.
Back on May 3rd, 2022, Cayson Allison allegedly stabbed Jose, a.k.a. Joe Ramirez, sending him to the hospital. He died later that day. Police took Allison into custody, charging him with murder the next day. He was held on $1 million bond for about a month. He bonded out in July of 2022 after his bond was...
This is a psyop because what's the name? Carmelo Anthony had $1 million bond. That's a side, dude. That's a side. This is something that doesn't work like. That's not how that works. You don't get a similar case 3 years ago, and then they hit you with, then they charge you with the same amount of bail. That's not how that works in real life. Come on, let's stop it. All right, so you know what I'm saying? But I mean, but the thing is about this, man, it's all about race. No matter how you cut it, it's all about race. You know what I'm saying? All right, we played Taylor House Publishing real quick, man. Shout out to him, man. You know what I'm saying?
Data annotation is wonderful. You can work from your phone, laptop, or desktop. It's actually interesting work.
Part of the highly anticipated trial for Cayson Allison, who is charged with the stabbing of Joe Ramirez at Belton High School back in May of 2022.
News 10's Isabella Quintanilla was in the courtroom all day today. She joins us now outside the Bell County Justice Center with more from the first day of the trial. Isabella.
Yes, that's right, Lauren and Gordon. The 156th District Court was packed today with families, friends, witnesses, and others, all who have been waiting nearly 3 years to learn the fate of now 21-year-old Cayson Allison. We first heard from the state prosecutors who are charging Cayson Allison with saying he was intentionally cutting and stabbing Joe Ramirez, to which Allison pleaded not guilty. His defense attorneys then gave their opening statement implying it was self-defense. Defense attorney Zachary Boyd told the jury, quote, Cayson was in the fight for his life, where he was jumped by 5 friends.
But, okay, so I'm confused. I'm saying? You know what I mean? If I drink a little beer or something, don't mean, you know what I mean? Okay, so this is my thing, right? We just seen that, you know what I'm saying? The other story and the boy, they didn't say nothing about no jumping. They just said one-on-one, right? It was, okay, you know what I'm saying? He was fighting one dude, and then this dude right here was fighting Ramirez, and then his friend was fighting Ramirez's friend, right? So where did the 5 people come from? See, you know that's a lie. He wasn't getting jumped, man. That's a goddamn lie. And then see, that's why it's, you know, these stories like this is crazy, because all the news, when the news reporters, the news be lying, the news, it's like, bro, you know what I'm saying? The news like give sympathy and empathy, like, but see, they'll do the little lies and stuff for whoever they favor, right? Whoever they favor, you know what I'm saying? That's where the lies come from. Let's go.
End quote. We heard from 5 state witnesses today, including a 911 record custodian, the Belton ISD Director of Safety and Security, 2 teachers who saw the aftermath of the stabbing, and the school nurse. At the start of the trial, they played 5 911 calls from 2 staff members, 2 students, and a parent. In one of those calls, a girl identified Cayson, claiming she saw him running through the parking lot with a bloody nose. They then played security footage from several cameras showing Joe and 3 others walking into a bathroom, Cayson and another boy walking in shortly after. 5 boys, including Joe, then ran out of the bathroom and split up, with Cayson once again running out shortly after. We also saw footage of Joe running down the main hallway, bleeding onto the floor and then collapsing. Blood immediately began to pool as teachers and staff quickly surrounded him. Many of Joe's family and friends were in tears as they watched this all play out. One witness, the first to get to Joe, said, quote, his breathing was rapid and shallow. It appeared to me as if he had a punctured lung. Another witness, the school nurse, said they gasped when they cut open Joe's shirt, finding a gaping wound across his left chest. She also shared that a student that had been in the bathroom was brought to the nurse's office and was on the phone with his mom saying, quote, Cayson stabbed Joe. Now, at this time, we are still hearing from state witnesses, and the trial will resume tomorrow at 9 a.m., but we will, of course, be keeping you updated throughout this trial. Reporting live in Belton is Isabella Quintanilla, QTX, News 10.
Peace and blessings, all praises to the Most High. That news video that you just saw is about another high school stabbing incident only 2 hours away from Fresno, in which Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf situations took place. Now, this guy, Cayson Allison, who is now 21, is on trial for the same exact charges of Carmelo Anthony. And he took the life of 18-year-old then Jose Ramirez. And that happened in May of 2022. Why am I bringing this trial up? Because this trial is happening right now. It started Monday, and I just heard about it yesterday. But my question is, where is all of the national outrage that has been shown toward Carmelo Anthony? Where is this national outrage towards Cayson Allison? Once again, Cayson Allison at the time was an 18-year-old high school student. Jose Ramirez, the victim of Cayson Allison, was a 18 or 17-year-old high school student. But yet and still, it's been 3 years, and we don't see anything about this case on the news. Now, I'm going to give you some details about this.
You notice that
case, but I'm also.
You see, that's what I'm saying. That's like, why is this not as big as the? But see, this is they sensationalize certain things, man, and certain things. You know what I'm saying? For a reason. Unless you know they're pushing an agenda on something. Anytime there's an agenda on something, or there's a narrative to go with or push something, there you go. You know what I'm saying?
Also want to point out the similarities of this same exact case. How similar this case is with Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf and Cayson Allison and Jose Ramirez. But why is there not the same vitriol, the same compassion towards Jose Ramirez as it is towards Austin Metcalf, and the same hatred toward Carmelo Anthony? Why is this same hatred not being spewed about Cayson Allison? This will amaze you. Could it be that the victim in Carmelo's case was a white?
Why is it not the same? But see, that's what, you know what? People falling for that, you know what I'm saying? Like if you a white Caucasian or something like white or whatever, and for you to fall for something like that, I mean, that's on you. You know, your intelligence level got to be, you know what I'm saying? Your discernment has to be up, you know what I'm saying? But I guess, you know, since you're that persuasion, this fits you, so you're going to be and feel like you're in that position of power. You're going to enjoy the fruits, right? But it's all a psyop, though. It's not true. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's like, I mean, this is the rich white man system, but we're just down here fighting for the crumbs, man. You know what I'm saying? But I get it, though. That's their people, so they're gonna, they're gonna celebrate their criminality and glorify it, and bask in the fruits of it. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. Let's go. It makes sense.
And the quote unquote suspect,
hello, dark boy, black, man.
And the victim in Cayson Allison's case was a Hispanic kid, and the suspect was white. Now, I'm gonna play another video concerning the second day of the trial, but just let me tell you what happened. Now, these guys went to Belton High School, and this was an ongoing beef between the two. On the day 3 of the trial, Jose Ramirez, the deceased brothers, got on the stand and told them this incident all started at the prom. The brother said, I was with my date. Cayson Allison came up being disrespectful to my date, being aggressive, talking reckless. Does that sound familiar? And the brother said Jose stepped in, and the two got into an altercation. And we don't know if that altercation was physical or it was verbal. Nevertheless, the brother said he and Jose was added to a Snapchat group by Cayson Allison. And Cayson Allison was like, we should take this fight elsewhere, to like Temple Park or something like that. And so there was an ongoing beef, right? And so the morning, I think it was May the 18th, the morning that this thing happened, once again, they had been trying to plan this fight, premeditation, mind you. They had been trying to plan.
I mean, they say, I guess, the last video, the similarity, there is, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, the way it happened. I mean, not with the suspect, so the so-called suspect. You know what I'm saying? One of them looked like boom. You know what I'm saying? Carmelo Anthony, boom, real quick, get you off me. The other ones, you know what I'm saying? Let's keep it real. Just do a Cayson Allison. Cayson Allison was on some. That was on some. I'm gonna keep it real. That was like, dude. It sounded like he was really trying to get him out of here. That's what it sounded like to me. He was trying to get him out of the spirit world.
Plan this fight. So the morning of the incident that happened in the boys' bathroom, the brother said the two had got into an altercation in the parking lot at school. It was testing day, right? So that evidently went how it went. So then they planned another. They was trying to plan another fight scene, right? And it was said it was a bathroom that everybody hung out in the morning. I don't know what they was doing in there, but you know our high school students are. So this particular morning, as you heard the news clip say, Ramirez and 4 other boys walked into the bathroom. Cayson Allison and another guy walked in.
Si el trabajo de oficina es tu única fuente de ingresos, entonces estás caminando sobre hielo muy.
Come on, man.
After that, but his lawyer is claiming self-defense. The person said that he doesn't want to fight. If you don't want to fight, you're not going into a bathroom with 5 other people. Nevertheless, the brother testified and other people testified in the bathroom. They started arguing. But
if I don't want to fight, I'm not going to go in the bathroom, period, right? Or no? Am I right or wrong? If I don't want to fight, I'm not going to the bathroom, period. You can call me chicken, whatever, what kids say nowadays. Oh, that's probably my bad. That was bad. You know what I'm saying? Punk, whatever cases, BI, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. If you don't want to fight, you don't want to fight. You ain't going to go in the bathroom, but see that? Man, I don't know. They got us caught in the psyop and caught up. They got our minds so much to where, you know what I'm saying? Fake is real and real is fake. The lie is the truth and the truth is the lie, man. We don't see it, man.
Jose was like, if we're going to fight, we might as well fight now. And they said, Jose took one swing at him. Wow. As soon as he swung, just like Carmelo, Cayson Allison pulled out a pocket knife and went to jigging him. He went to jigging him. And the brother said he turned around. Only thing he saw was his
on some Shredder from Ninja Turtles type shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
Brother bleeding. And so, as the news article said, the news clip said, the 5 boys ran out. And Cayson Allison ran out behind him. Right? So they ran out first. Who's the aggressor? Cayson Allison. They ran out first. Ramirez unfortunately collapsed in the hall. They tried to get him medical attention. He succumbed to his injuries later. What did Cayson Allison do? Cayson Allison fled the school. He didn't stay like Carmelo did. He didn't ask, was he all right? He literally fled the school. They had to lock the whole school on lockdown.
But see, they're not going to tell you that. And they're not gonna tell you that in the details. They're not gonna tell you that on the news. My bad, they haven't really been playing this on the news like that anyway. But why is this not on CNN? Why is this not on my bad? Why is this not on the big one, Fox News? Fox News ain't talking about this. But see, that's why I don't mess with none of this stuff, because it's biased. But see, I'm a fool for looking at biased content. I'm a fool for believing biased content. You see what I'm saying? So I'm looking at biased content, reviewing biased content. You know what I'm saying? Dawson, what up? Salute. Biased content. What that make me? I'm gonna tell you some biased shit too. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? Right is right, wrong is wrong. You see what I'm saying? So this dude was the aggressor. I mean, and the thing is, there's so much. I mean, I can see there what evidence wasn't like how we, you know what I'm saying? But there's so much evidence. It's like, okay. You know what I'm saying? How you got all this evidence and you still found this dude not guilty of murder, but you hit him with negligent homicide. Something that I'm telling you, I think, from what I'm not mistaken, the max, or you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be at discretion. You know what I'm saying? At the sentencing, you know what I'm saying? But 2 years to probation, man. He could have just should be chilling and have probation. Think about that. I was on probation before. Juvenile and adult. My bad. That's nothing. You know, that's bullshit. I regret. But I never murdered nobody though. No, fact.
And it was only about 10 a.m., a couple of hours later, they found Cayson Allison. I think he was at home. He had the pocket knife, right? They took Cayson Allison to the station. He gave a statement. He gave a statement and said, I only jigged him once. However, the EMT and the medical examiner and the coroners said that young man, Jose Ramirez, was hit in his chest, in his back. So how else can you get jigged in the back if you're not running? In his arm and his leg. So this individual, this Cayson Allison guy, actually lied to police. And so then he was arrested. They gave him $1 million bond.
But see, that's why look now, look. I told y'all. So let me get this straight, right? You just got to be careful with a lot of this stuff. You see what I'm saying? So let me get this straight. So 3 years later, right? We go to that 3 again. 3 years later, you see what I'm saying? You get a same kind of case matching up to each other, right? So they went to trial 3 years later, right? Interesting. And then on top of that, the 3 years later, right? On top of that, they both the so-called suspects get $1 million bond. Wow. Didn't you know what I'm saying? Interesting. Wow. Now, I could say it is the same state, so I don't know, but both get $1 million bond is really interesting. I just think, I don't know, what a coincidence, right? Let's go.
Bond. 3 days later, 6 days later,
we go with that 3 with the numbers that in these cases. You know what I'm saying? The number of days, this and then this, you know what I'm saying, and you know, it's 3 years here, and then fucking, you know what I'm saying, they match up the case with this in the Carmelo Anthony case, and when they match it up, you know what I'm saying, 3 years later, boom, you know what I'm saying, you see that both of them had $1 million bond. Bam. It's just like, boy, these people, boy, psychology, you know, maybe I should have majored in that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I think I'm starting to really understand this shit. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is, man. Once you got somebody's mind, it's a wrap. What else is there more to have? You got their mind, shit.
He was arrested again for an assault on a family member. An assault on a...
See, the thing is, too, you don't see... I know I keep stopping it, but you don't see... Why don't you see this on the... Why are they not telling you these details on the news? Isn't the news supposed to give you the news? Isn't the news supposed to give you the details? See what I'm saying? The news is supposed to give you the details. What happened with that? The news is supposed to give you uncut, raw details. Unscripted. You know what I'm saying? What happened? I know I'm being petty, man. My bad, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm being petty. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just think we got to be careful, man. When it comes down to stuff like this, you got to be real careful. Tread lightly. Yeah, tread lightly, man. Because, I mean, and then they matched it up 3 years later. They match up similar cases. One with a white dude killing a Mexican, and one with a black dude. And one with a black dude killing a what's his name? A white dude. You can't make this, or can you make it up? Or is that what they do? Is make it up, right? You gotta be clear, man. You can't, you know what I'm saying? Don't hold me. Like they say, don't shoot the messenger, man. Me, the messenger, don't shoot me. You know what I'm saying? Right? I don't know, man. We gotta be careful. You know what I'm saying? In my popular opinion, do not believe that there's a such thing as coincidence. You know what I'm saying? I know there's no such thing as coincidence. You know what I'm saying? For a fact. Right? A coinky dink. What a coinky dink, right? Let's go.
Family member, and they added $15,000 more to his bond. So his bond was then $1,015,000. Then a few weeks later, they dropped his bond to $175,000. Now we just seen the outrage where just 2 hours away, Carmelo's bond was dropped to $250,000, and the world had a hissy fit, or people who felt like he shouldn't be out had a hissy fit. Where is all the outrage, or where was all the outrage? Where was all the national news coverage about this particular incident? And and mind you, this happened on school campus.
Oh,
Carmelo's incident happened at a community event, at a track meet. This happened in school, in the throes of school, in the bathroom. Nobody said, why does he have a knife? Why does he have a knife? Just listen.
Yeah, see, what up? What up? You know what I'm saying? Let me know if y'all want me to drop the link. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, man, we got to chop it up about this. This dude, man. My thing is, it happened on school grounds, man. You know what I'm saying? A bloody knife, you know what I'm saying? Sound like a little bit like what they try to say about OJ, right? Oh, shit. I'm going back to OJ. I shouldn't have did that. I'm going back to OJ. You know what I'm saying? We going back to bloody knife days. You know what I'm saying? Can we gather the same? What's the name? Can we say, even though OJ didn't do that, but can we just say it was a similar intent than to the killer of Nicole versus this guy Cayson? What a name! What a Cayson. I never heard of that name before. But can we say that? You know what I'm saying? I've heard of Gertrude, but you know what I'm saying? I've heard of Duncan, you know what I'm saying? But I never heard of Cayson, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, my thing is I don't know, man. It's all about race. I don't care what nobody's saying. Argue, you know what I'm saying? Or argue down and shit like it's fucking Stevie Wonder can see this shit. Shit. Ray Charles and them motherfuckers see this shit. But I can see with the segregation and all that in the Jim Crow, I could see how they were doing us like that. It's all psychological operating. They didn't need no fucking internet to do that shit either. Right? If I can control your mind, I'm gonna control it either way. Primitive, I'm internet, fucking all this, technology, no technology. I'm gonna control that motherfucker. And back in the day, guess what a controlling mechanism was of the mind was the Bible. Oh shit. Maybe I should have said that. Damn it. Damn, Frank, you tripping. Why you say that, man? On YouTube Live like that, man? Why you say that the Bible was a control mechanism, man? Why you say that shit, man? You need to chill out, man. Damn, my G, you need to dumb yourself down, no doubt. Y'all see what I'm saying? Let's go.
To this second article, and then I'm going to point out once again some similarities, but also some inconsistencies about how this case is being covered and how Carmelo's case has been covered. Check this out.
He didn't want to fight. That's what two former Belton High students said about Cayson Allison in court today.
The trial of the suspect accused of stabbing Joe Ramirez resumed this morning in Bell County, bringing 4 new witnesses to the stand.
News 10's Madison Herber has been in court all day and joins us live now with more on what was uncovered. Madison?
Honda drivers, did you know Hondas have the highest resale value? If you want to keep your Honda's full value, only service your Honda with the experts at your local Honda dealer. They use genuine Honda parts and factory-certified technicians to service all Hondas, keeping your Honda a Honda. Don't trust your investment to anyone else.
Turn this bunk-ass commercial. Hold up.
Good evening, Lauren and Gordon. The witnesses included two people who were former students that were in the bathroom the day that that fight broke out, Tito Shamel and Angel Murillo. Shamel explained to the court that he was a good friend of Joe Ramirez and was in the bathroom with Ramirez and Allison when chaos ensued. And he even caught a portion of that altercation on video, which was shared today with the jury. And there was also a Belton Police Department detective who revealed the crime scene photos from that day. And then there was also a friend of Allison's and an acquaintance of Ramirez, Raina Barber. She took the stand and explained to the court how she was trying to calm Ramirez down just moments before the fight broke out. Now, the photos from the crime scene followed a trail of blood droplets around part of the school, leading to a pool of blood where Ramirez collapsed. The detective explained that it was after getting photos of the scene, he talked to a witness who provided a statement and video of the fight that started in the bathroom.
Sound like some Mortal Kombat.
Video was replayed from yesterday showing the school.
You got the motherfucking blade and shit like you Baraka from Mortal Kombat, man. See, that's what I'm saying. And shit, it's like I'm over exaggerating. I'm doing my little shit, but at the same time, dude, shouldn't the what's the name, man? Isn't that the whistle? Well, not to over exaggerate, but isn't that what the news' job to report all the details? Come on, man.
School hallway where you see the boys entering the bathroom and then leaving sometime later in a rush. And then the short video caught on Shamel's phone of what happened on the other side of the door was played. Shamel explaining that what he caught on video shows Ramirez taking the first swing at Allison, and then you see Allison pull out the knife before a loud scream is heard and the video cuts off. Barber said Allison didn't want to fight and just wanted to make it to graduation. And Shamel said in the moment, it didn't look like Allison wanted to fight. Barber also said that Ramirez and his friends were known to fight, and Shamel saying Ramirez liked having his fights recorded, and that this fight was planned, but no one expected it to happen.
If I plan a fight, how am I can't claim defense if I plan to fight. I'm like Floyd, I'm like motherfucking Don King and Floyd Mayweather, dude. If I plan a fight, who am I? Motherfucking Mike Tyson? I mean, seriously, not trying to be funny, seriously. You know what I'm saying? If I plan a fight, I for one, motherfuckers, I mean, it sounds like some shit that should have been on a box ticket or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Sounds like some shit that should have been on pay-per-view or something. If you ask me, that's what it sounds like. Motherfuckers scheduling fights and shit. I mean, what is this, UFC? What are we doing here?
On school grounds. Barber said it wasn't normal for Allison to have a knife on him, but she knew he had one because Allison told her he got one for protection. An altercation was described by former students that an argument broke out at a prom after party, and it was likely that Ramirez and Allison verbally fought over a girl. Shamel told the court that Ramirez looked surprised to see Allison in the bathroom that day, and you could feel the tension between the two. Barber is seen talking to Ramirez on the hallway security footage, visibly upset. She started to cry as she explained to the court that she was trying to tell Ramirez that the fight isn't worth it because they are about to graduate. Court wrapped for the day just 20 minutes after a fifth witness was brought in, Josh Grimes, another good friend of Ramirez, who was also in the bathroom when the fight started. So they will be back here tomorrow morning at
I saw I played this earlier too.
At 9, where the defense will continue to question Grimes. Reporting live in Temple, Belton, Madison Herbert, KWTX News 10.
That friend said he didn't want to fight.
Dude, that's some Mortal Kombat shit, man. What is this, a championship? What are we doing? Scheduling, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a tournament, or what are we talking about?
He didn't want to fight, but yet and still, he walked in the bathroom with a knife that he had already told people that he had for.
Probably looking at my.
And see, what I know what he's trying to do and I'm trying to do on this shit is just trying. I mean, that's on y'all people to really educate yourself, white people. That's on your people to do that, right? But I'm just trying to really show people, you know what I'm saying? It's about right and it's about wrong, right? You know what I'm saying? It's about keeping the same energy in the same shit for different people, different stroke for different folks. That's what it's about. Like, nothing more, nothing less. Niggas aren't doing the sleight of hand over here. You know what I'm saying? This ain't a blackjack table. This ain't a blackjack table in Vegas, okay? Not that serious. What are we doing here?
My eyes.
How did that happen?
Protection. That doesn't sound like somebody who doesn't want to fight. That sounds like somebody who knows what he is going.
And then you stabbed. I mean, you stab. You know, what I mean, you're shredding this dude up like Baraka and shit from Mortal Kombat. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm just like, you know, when you doing motherfuckers like that, people like that, that's intent. That there's no, oh man, you know, guess what, man? You know what I'm saying? I was trying to protect myself and shit, stand my ground and shit. You know what I'm saying? Even though it was some overkill, but that shit that don't matter. The fact is, I was trying to stand my ground. You know what I'm saying? And then you know, they gotta prep me up and make me look a certain way with the little tie and shit in my hair comb. And in the mugshot, they had me looking like motherfucking you know what I'm saying, John Wayne Gacy Jr. You know what I'm saying? That had me looking like little Timothy McVeigh in the mugshot. You know what I mean? Let's go.
Going to do. And the fact that one of the friends said that only thing he saw was Ramirez take the first swing. And then Allison pulled out the knife, which contradicts the lawyer's self-defense claim that he was being jumped by 5 people when he was fighting for his life.
I need to see the race of this jury. I got to see, you know what I'm saying? See, and the thing is, too, that's how you know the OJ thing was staged, too, because that jury member, you know what I'm saying, revealed her, you know what I'm saying? It was like, oh, then if we're coming to find out, that jury member wasn't even on the roster. That was a crisis actor. But I still want to see the jury. I want to see the makeup of the jury. I want to see who did. So now after this, I'm going to play, you know what I'm saying, Red Supreme. And he got a, you know what I'm saying, a Mexican YouTuber by the name of Dubs. He's going to play his reaction, right? You know what I'm saying? Ex-Southsider dropout or whatever he is. You know what I'm saying? So he going to play his reaction. You see what I'm saying? And see, and guess what? It's super biased because the reaction he had towards the Carmelo Anthony was, you know what I'm saying? Oh, he's this and that. He was like, why did he bring a knife? He was a, you know, murderer. But then the reaction he had for Cayson Allison, you know what I'm saying, was a completely different reaction. You see what I'm saying? My thing is people just hate us, so guess what? Let's come together.
Life. The contradiction. You remember Carmelo Anthony was just sitting under a tent. He was approached. He didn't follow the twins. He didn't already have a beef with the twins. He didn't already invite them to a fight. But why is he being painted the way he is, and this guy is not being painted? Remember, the girl said the Ramirez brothers were known to be bullies, and this whole thing is on
another. See, in another case, there was brothers, just like there was brothers in this case. Like, I guess let's go.
Videotape, and the tape was showed, I think, yesterday on day 3, and I'll share some of that probably with you tomorrow. But this was on videotape. And the defense, who have already moved for dismissal about 7 times, which was denied by the judge. Shout out to that judge. They're trying to forbid the video. They're trying to forbid all these testimonies of the children saying, nah, you know, Ramirez just swung once and this dude just started jigging. Contrary to what he told the police officers, that he only stabbed once. Also, the judge. Now, this is another point. Also, the judge in this case started off yesterday telling the Ramirez family and friends to stop engaging with social media and other news outlets. Why are you trying to keep this under wraps? Now, mind you, the family of Austin Metcalf has went on a Good Morning America tour of all of these websites, you know, and all of these, you know, news outlets. And so I just wanted to point out this situation where Carmelo Anthony, once again, he was attacked. He was minding his business. He asked, was the kid all right? He admitted to doing it. He said it was self-defense. He went to jail. He got court. He got a bond. He made his $250,000 bond. And the people are saying, you know, I saw a news clip from Nancy Grace. Stabber walks free. You know, all of these
Uh-oh, Nancy Grace, she got her bones. Nancy Grace is nothing but a clout chaser, you know what I'm saying? She got her bones during the OJ case. That's how that corny ass show that she has on is even about, because of the OJ case. So she's just a clout chaser. She's just basically a whistle name with a mic. She's basically a Gloria Allred with a mic, that's all.
These other narratives, but where was this same thing? People talk about, well, it's not about race. Okay, well, this is a Hispanic kid. This is another high school kid who took the life of one kid violently, jigging him multiple times. So where is the outrage saying, okay, he should be punished? Or, there is nothing regarding this. And this once again happened 2 hours away in Beltran, Texas. Carmelo's case happened in Fresno. And so y'all let me know what y'all think about this, and why is this case not getting all of the case, and mind you, this happened 3 years ago. This is almost May of 2025. This happened 3 years ago, and they're just bringing them to trial.
But see, that's how you know. That's suspicious too. It's in itself. All right, but look, he right, man. Shout out to Taylor House Publishing, man. He be doing great work, man. He has a good channel. You know what I'm saying? Like and subscribe to his channel, man. He's dope. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So look. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying? So look, I'm gonna get on this other one. You know, shout out to Red Supreme. Check him out. I'll be on there sometimes. Every now and then I'll be on there. You know what I'm saying? So check him out, man. He about to go in. He going in on this dude Dubs, man. You know what I'm saying? He's breaking it down, you know. But look how biased this dude is. Look how funny style acting this dude is. You know what I'm saying? He really fake. You know what I'm saying? See, my thing is, look, if I'm a dropout, right? You know what I'm saying, from a gang, and if I denounce my gang in prison, you know what I'm saying, then I'm not going to be talking or glorifying the gang no more. Yeah, it's funny because I notice usually when black people, when black Crips and Bloods, I notice a lot of times when they drop out, they kind of like really don't get a whole YouTube channel and kind of like, you know what I'm saying, they don't really do that. It's funny, you know what I'm saying, but when the Mexicans, a lot of times, the Southsiders, they do that. They'll be dropouts. They'll be no good. You know what I'm saying? They'll be pedos and all that, and they'll be jumping online and shit and acting like they're still G's and shit. That's very interesting. Let's go. So let me play this real quick. Shout out to Red Supreme. Check him out. Subscribe to his content, man. Check him out. Every now and then I'll be on there, man. I got some old shows where I'm on there too. So like and subscribe to Red Supreme. Check him out. All right.
You guys are some of you guys are used to saying whatever you want in the chat. Now that we have people policing the chat, a lot of you guys get upset. I'm not going to sit up there and allow people to say whatever they want to say in my chat. Some of the stuff y'all be saying in my chat is way out of pocket, way out of line. I told y'all, stop writing in all caps. Stop writing in all caps in my comments. Stop leaving racial slurs in my comments. Leave the profanity out of my comments. That should be very easy. Those are easy rules for
in Texas in 2022.
His job. You know what they do? They follow the rules. They don't question that white man about how he runs his company. They follow the rules. They shut their mouth and do their job.
Let's just get a little backstory, the little bit that I know. And let's be perfectly clear here. This case happened again in Texas in 2022. I first heard about it, I think it was 4 days ago, and I did a video right after that on my WS World channel, I believe.
You know why he did a video about it? Because people saw my video and they heard me saying, how come there's no outrage for Mexicans? I started this conversation.
The corny thing he said, he was like, oh man, this happened in Texas, man. He was in Texas. He wasn't saying that with Carmelo Anthony. It wasn't the same thing though. It wasn't the same, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter if this was in Texas or not, man. Is he still Mexican? I'm confused. I ain't trying to be funny. I think dude was Mexican. You know what I'm saying? Ramirez, right? He could be, you know, I could be wrong, but I think he Mexican. So my thing is, where's the, you know what I'm saying? Where's the Rasa? Oh, my bad. So you just talking about when it comes down to gang banging? Are you talking about Rasa then? That's the code word for Southsiders, right? Or are you talking about for your people? You know what I'm saying? I'm confused.
And he might lie to you and say, no, I put the pressure on the Chicano community by asking them how come there's no outrage. And a lot of some of Dove's subscribers said, hey man, how come you're not talking about this? Because some of his subscribers watch my channel and they heard what I said. So they went back to Dove's and reported what they heard me say on my channel. Hey, Dove's, people are saying, how come Mexicans ain't speaking on this? You're damn right I sparked that conversation. Because for one, I seen Mexicans talking about the Carmelo Anthony situation, but they wasn't talking about the Joe Ramirez, Cayson Allison situation. So I sparked that conversation by saying, how come there's no outrage for Joe Ramirez?
I don't know which channel I'm going to put this on, probably WS World again.
Yeah.
But I pretty much had an idea of where I thought it was going to go. But I'm from California.
What is any of that got to do with anything, man? It could be from Sheboygan, Idaho. That don't got nothing. That's corny, man. I don't be liking that, man. A lot of, you know what I'm saying? It be whoever, like, it be black sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like talking about, you know what I'm saying? They don't even, you know what I'm saying? To denounce all that. But at this, you know, I mean, my bad, I'm tripping. They'll be saying stuff like, oh, you know, it's not, and you know, this and that, man. That don't matter, man. That's still, you know what I'm saying? Aren't they still holding up, you know what I'm saying, banging what y'all banging, or aren't they still representing what y'all represent? That don't even make no sense. It don't matter, bro. We talking about race, though, right? Why we talking about now? We talking about a state? Oh, well, I ain't in California. I mean, I ain't in Texas. We say I'm in California, bro. I thought we was talking about race, bro. Not even just that. I thought we was talking about right and wrong. You don't think so? You think oh boy deserved to stab up what's his name like that? Ramirez like that on some Mortal Kombat, Baraka style? I mean, honestly though, like, you know what I'm saying? People like me, man, I'm gonna think like how I think. You feel me? You ain't gonna shape and mold my, you know what I'm saying, my personal opinion, man. I got too much what's his name for that, man? Too much discernment for that, man. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Strong mind ain't gonna is hard to be, you know what I mean? It's hard to be compromised. You see what I'm saying? Facts. But listen to this dude right here, man. You see what I'm saying? Just hypocrisy, man. But see, I get it. You know what I'm saying? In the prisons, you got them and the white boys and the Mexicans run together in the California, really in the West Coast prisons in general, they run together. In jail and prison, they run together. So I understand. But see, how you gonna try to be hip hop though? You know, I'm not even talking about just the regular Mexican. I'm not talking about them. But if you running Sereno, you running Southsider, right? How are you expect, you know what I'm saying? How do you expect to come out and then be a rapper and engage in black culture? That don't make no sense. I don't know, man. Maybe it's just me. Let's go.
I'm not from Texas.
That shit's super fake.
And I can tell you that I think this, well, I don't want to get ahead of myself. Let's just go through a little bit of the case. So, Cayson,
dude, corny, man. He corny, man. You know what I'm saying? He corny.
Allison and Joe.
I want you guys to.
I don't see how black people. I don't see how so-called black people subscribe to this dude channel. I don't know what kind of shit. I don't know. I don't even. For one, I'm not going to be subscribed to no kind of south or dropout south side or whatever. I'm not going to be subscribed to your channel. Period. You know what I'm saying? Period. Now, man, it depends on what. Now, it is about something. You know, teaching me something or something like that, or you know, making beats or something like that, or something like to where a learn tutorial, something where I can learn. I might subscribe to your channel, but on some politics, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Maybe if you got political commentary, fuck it. All right. We just talk about politics and current events. I can fuck with it. But when you talk about street shit, I'm not subscribing to your shit. Hell nah. That shit, nah, I'm not doing that.
To hear the excuses that Dub is gonna make. He's gonna say, I never heard of it until my subscribers brought it to my attention. You're damn right.
Mirrors knew each other from school. Through testimony of one of Cayson's friends.
Damn right.
It was said that Cayson wanted a gun. They had gotten Cayson and Joe had gotten into an argument during prom, apparently prom party or something. And Cayson wanted a gun. He didn't get one. And then apparently Cayson and Joe were supposed to fight. They had talked about fighting. It wasn't a scheduled fight. Cayson and his friend went into the bathroom, and there was Joe and several of his friends.
You don't know if it wasn't. Listen, they agreed to meet up. So what Dubs is saying is he felt like it was a coincidence that they was in the bathroom at the same time. Some people said they agreed to meet up in the bathroom to catch the fade. Then you got people saying, oh, man, it was just a coincidence that they ended up in the bathroom at the same time. I don't know. Give me y'all thoughts.
And it's all on cell phone. On the cell phone footage, Joe Ramirez punches Cayson Allison. And his friend tried to get in, and Joe Ramirez's friend punched him or separated him. And next thing you know, Joe Ramirez is full of holes. Cayson Allison had pulled out a knife and...
But see, if you knew... If you full of holes, if you the victim, if you full of holes, guess what? I don't see how you could call that as self-defense. Hell, they should. No, but this is Florida. I mean, Texas. So, but let's keep going.
See, Cayson Allison didn't go down for murder because he's white. So how you gonna fix your mouth to say this is not about race?
It's not about race. That's the number one thing they always say. It's not about race. But what is it about then? And see, the funny thing about it, race is something that you got some, corny. You got people like, what's his name? Karl Marx and Charles Darwin, motherfuckers like that made up the concept of race, right? Race, it just found like a competition. But look, they made up the concept of race, right? All racism is social constructs. See what I'm saying? This is not black, right? You know what I'm saying? This ain't black. You feel what I'm saying? White is not white. I don't know, man. I see why the kids are the way they are, man. I really do. I see why the kids are like that. That's like, it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? The adults are people just out of pocket right now. You know what I'm saying? People super out of pocket, man. People just, you know what I'm saying? There's no morals, there's no values, there's no respect, there's no you know what I'm saying? No decency no more, man. No class. Women ain't got no class, you know what I'm saying? You got these females instead of one dude or one a husband, and you're want to be discreet with one you know what I'm saying, monogamous with one person. They want to have 1,000 dudes be the fantasy of like 1,000 dudes. How much sense does that make? How I mean, that's just a hoe to me.
He stabbed the guy not once, not twice, not 3 times. Cayson Allison stabbed Joe Ramirez 4 times, but yet he got away with murder. And Dubs fixed his mouth to say this is not about race. If Cayson Allison, the only reason why Cayson Allison is getting off because he's white. You stab a guy 4 times, and he had defensive wounds on the back of his forearm. It's all about race. Cayson Allison had a $1 million bail, and they dropped it to $175,000. He had a first-degree murder charge, and they dropped it to manslaughter. Then they dropped it to negligence of homicide, some shit like that. The only reason he got away with this, the only reason why he got bail, his bail dropped like that, and the charge dropped from murder to manslaughter is because he's white. But Dubs say, according to Dubs, this ain't about race. Man, you crazy.
See, that's fake, you know what I mean? But see, the thing is, man, they take on the same role, you know what I'm saying? They're running with the skinheads, and they're running with the KKK and shit like that in jail. So, you know what I'm saying? Really, the Aryan Brotherhood, that's what it's called. So, You know what I'm saying? So that's an organized crime organization, by the way. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing, right? They run with them. So why would they even, you know what I'm saying? But my thing is just don't do hip hop then. You a Southsider, Sereno, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, this and that. We run with the whites and shit in prison and jail, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we want to get out and do hip hop and shit with black people. That don't make no sense. And then a lot of times these you got these gangs, you got these people out here on the streets talking about striking up NK, talking about N Killer. How does that work? But then you a rapper, right? Like we're always the clout, you know what I'm saying? We always the clout. We the clout. We're the content.
Crazy stupid if you don't think if you don't think race has something to do with Cayson Allison getting away with this, you are crazy. Cayson Allison stabbed Joe 4 times. Joe had defensive wounds. What are you talking about, fool? This has nothing to do with race. This has nothing to do with race.
Stabbed him and slashed him in his chest and his arms. Joe Ramirez exited the bathroom, walked a ways down the school hallway, and then collapsed from his injuries. Through testimony of Joe Ramirez's girlfriend, who was also a friend of Cayson's, she stated that Cayson had told her that he wanted to see Joe Ramirez in the ICU, that he wanted to stomp his brains out, that he wanted to see his jaw dangling from his face. So
if Cayson Allison said, I wanted to see his jaw dangling from his face, Cayson Allison said he wanted to see Joe in ICU. Look at all these things that Cayson said about Joe prior to the murder. Then he stabs the guy 4 times.
But see, that's terrorist threats. That's all types. There's all, you could go with a couple different directions with that. I want to see his brains on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that, man. You go with different, couple different scenarios with that. Definitely terrorist threats for sure. I know people that got family members all the time. I know motherfuckers that got hit, locked up for some terrorist threats bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But see, you put terrorists on the end of getting into that. Guess what? Guess what they could charge you as? But they really can't. But that's why they put that on there. I'm telling you, man, everything is slick, man. It's all propagandized, man. You know what I'm saying?
And gets away with it, and you got the nerve to tell me this ain't about race, man, you got to be crazy if you believe that. Man, you got to be insane if you believe this ain't got nothing to do with race. If Joe Ramirez would have stabbed Cayson Allison 4 times, do you think Joe would have got away with it? Do you think they would have dropped the murder charges, or do you think Joe would be in jail? Give me some feedback in the comments. You know what would have happened if it was the other way around.
Damn.
If it was Joe who stabbed Cayson 4 times. If Joe was saying he wanted to see Cayson in ICU.
Come on. Good point. You see how they do it though? Oh man. We got to separate ourselves from the from the media and the narratives and you know what I'm saying? But then the media give you these stories, so it's like it just from the jump. It's from the jump, it should be straight propaganda. You know what I'm saying?
Prior to the murder, we already know how that would have played out the other way around. But according to Dubs, this ain't got nothing to do with race.
Damn. Doing damn well.
Hold on. My fault.
What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New, right? Cayson and his friend went into the bathroom, and there was Joe and several of his friends. And it's all on cell phone. On the cell phone footage, Joe Ramirez punches Cayson Allison. And his friend tried to get in, and Joe Ramirez's friend punched him or separated him. And Next thing you know, Joe Ramirez is full of holes. Cayson Allison had pulled out a knife and stabbed him and slashed him in his chest and his arms. Joe Ramirez exited the bathroom.
And this motherfucker saying all this shit like he was
ways
like,
down
that's
the
why I don't, you
school
know what I
hallway.
mean? Like, I wasn't there, you know what I'm saying? Like, this dude over here, you know what I'm saying, commentating this shit. You know what I'm saying? Blow for blow, you know what I'm saying? You know, like detail for detail and shit. You know what I'm saying? Giving time. You might as well be giving the damn motherfucking timestamps. But my thing is, you know, you bias, you're gonna come off biased, straight up. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be biased from the jump. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? You got that mindset, that's you. You know what I'm saying? That's embedded in you. That's learned behavior. You know what I'm saying? When you was 5, 4, you know, 6 years old type shit, you wasn't thinking like, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Family member teach you that, and then they what you call the Southsiders and him and all that. They teach them all that indoctrination, that racial indoctrination about black people. They come from the parents first, then they come from and then they go to the gang and all that bullshit, the organization. You see what I'm saying? My thing is don't rap. If you're a Southside person that represents the Southern California, if you gangbang in California and you're a Mexican, don't rap. Don't rap, bro. Don't be a part of nothing so-called black. Don't do it, man. Because y'all down with the skinheads. Y'all should be punk rockers and heavy metalists like them.
And then collapsed from his injuries. Through testimony of Joe Ramirez's girlfriend, who was also a friend of Cayson's, she stated that Cayson had told her that he wanted to see Joe Ramirez in the ICU. That he wanted to.
Why would you be talking? You talking to you're talking to this guy's girlfriend about what you want to do to him? Like she's like that's not. I don't know. I mean, you saying all that? See, I mean, the criminal mind of these people, man. The criminal mind, not of all, but criminal mind. You know what I'm saying? Is that's just being embedded. You know what I'm saying? The one that takes shit over and steal and rob and pillage, plunder and blunder. That's that, you know, something that's sick. You know what I'm saying?
Stomp his brains out. That he wanted to see his jaw dangling from his face. So when you hear Cayson Allison's own friend saying that Cayson wanted to get a gun to get Joe, and when you hear the testimony,
Cayson said he wanted to get a gun, he wanted Joe in ICU, then he stabs Joe 4 times, and he gets away with it. He's not charged with murder.
I wasn't surprised. I'm not surprised. As a matter of fact, I'm actually not surprised. My bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking like, shit. Oh shit, me over here. You know what I'm saying? I ain't surprised. Shit, I seen it coming. You know, they kept dropping the charges and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? But see, this is the thing right here. This right here too. Let's just say real stuff, right? Real case law, or real case and everything, right? So this right here and stuff like this that be happening, especially with those mass shootings. I think a lot of those be psyops in stage 2. But anyway, that's beside the point. So this is gonna all this right here is gonna that's not gonna make these little white kids be more emboldened and feel like they can get away with it and they're gonna want to do it. I don't know. Especially the ones that be like, "Fuck you, mom! I hate you, man! Fucking mom, you bitch! Fuck you, mom!" And they be cursing their moms out. I be like, "Damn! I wish you died, mom!" Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? The kids be crazy, boy. Just psychological problems. And you know what that be from? Spoiling these damn kids, man, and letting them, you know what I'm saying? Letting the kid lead you. You know what I'm saying? That's going to embolden these. It's going to embolden more of them. I'm telling you.
What in the does of that?
That's just psychology right there. You know, that's science right there. That's just the inevitable. See what I'm saying? More Columbines. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
Has nothing to do with race. Yeah, right. You just too afraid to call out that white system. Why don't you call out the white system, Dubs? It's mighty funny that you gave your opinion. You gave your opinion about the Carmelo situation, saying that Carmelo was guilty of murder.
But like I said, these people run with the skinheads. You know what I'm saying? KKK, all that. They run with the Aryan Brotherhood. That's an organization for your ass. That's in the California prison system, right? So they run with that. So I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm not surprised. They think like that. They think they identify as the same shit. Some of them can pass for motherfucking white and vice versa and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Each one of them can pass for each other. Stuff. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is it's just about right and wrong. You see what I'm saying? It's about keeping the same energy. You see what I'm saying? It's about, I mean, you're lying to yourself. To me, you ain't got to prove nothing and show me nothing. You just lying to your damn self. That's how I look at it. You ain't got to prove nothing to me. Who am I? You lying to yourself. Because you know damn well this system benefits them, and it really benefits the elite, the 1%. Then you got the 10%. You know what I'm saying? And then so on and so on. And then we out there at the bottom fighting for the crumbs. The poor everything, the poor whites, the poor Mexicans, the poor everybody is down at the bottom fighting for the crumbs. Competition. They got you competing for jobs, working for somebody else. But guess what? We're not competing for businesses, we're competing for jobs. What does that tell you? Don't get me wrong. So a lot of these jobs got good skill sets and got skills that could, you know what I'm saying? That you could that you could keep forever in your life. But at the same time, you working for somebody and making somebody rich, exchanging your time for money. I mean, your time for money is not it. See what I'm saying?
You said that Carmelo was guilty of murder. I spent 24 years in a California prison. I know murder when I see it. That's what Dub said about Carmelo.
Joe Ramirez's girlfriend saying that
I'm gonna play a couple more minutes.
Cayson wanted to do serious bodily harm to Joe Ramirez. You would assume that this case would be a slam dunk for the state. Today, Cayson Allison was found not guilty of murder. I believe his charge, he's going to be found guilty of some kind of negligent homicide, and he's looking at up to a $10,000 fine, several months, up to 2 years of confinement in prison. I don't know for sure, but that
he might just get probation.
That's what's being reported. We'll see what's
that little white boy dude. He on probation. He'll fly right through that bullshit. That's a slap on. You get that probation. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when I was on that shit, I was like, now when an adult, it was different. When I was a kid, I didn't give a fuck about that shit. Fuck probation. Fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm already doing shit on top of shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm in the streets anyway. Fuck about some fucking probation for. Fuck is that gonna do? But when you're an adult on that shit, I'm like, you know, a lot of people don't give a fuck. That's why they're repeaters. They keep going back to jail. They like that shit. You know what I'm saying? I like being around women. I like being around a refrigerator. I like being around, you know what I'm saying? Bullshit I like to do. I don't like being around a bunch of dudes. That shit was a bunch of bullshit when I was up in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of stupid ass people up in that motherfucker. Boy, dumb motherfucker. But I get it. I see why you're in here. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, so let's go.
Done at sentencing.
How come you're not calling Cayson a murderer, Dubs? Cayson stabbed Joe Ramirez 4 times.
Different energy, man.
He premeditated it. He said he wanted to see Joe in ICU. That's exactly what he said.
He said. That's what the man said.
And he got away with it. But according to Dubs, this is not about race.
And I can tell you that's pretty mind-boggling.
Carmelo Anthony stabbed Austin Metcalf 1 time and ran away. And Dubs called Carmelo a murderer. Dubs said he knows what murder looks like. Cayson Allison stabs Joe Ramirez 4 times. And prior to the murder, he said he wanted to send Joe to ICU. But it's mighty funny that Dubs ain't calling Cayson a murderer. Come on, Dubs.
those that are trying to compare this case with the Carmelo Anthony case, I don't know that anybody should be happy on either side. I don't know that anyone should look into this either way. I know that there are a lot of people that want to make all of this racial. You know, there were people in my comments that were telling me,
said people want to make it racial. It is racial.
You see how these people think? So, and then the thing is, and then you got like other, you know what I'm saying, well, Mexicans or whatever, probably they'll look at him like, oh, you know, and probably call him on and think of him as a conservative, or you know what I'm saying, or like on some Republican thing. That's what the kind of talking points sound like. It sounds like some white, you know what I'm saying, racist talking points. You know what I'm saying? That's what it sounds like to me. Oh, it's not about the white race is a cop-outs. Oh, no, it's not about this. It's not about race. Oh, man, you know what? I don't see color. When I wake up in the morning and I see people and I use a snake, guess what? I see everybody as people. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker's full of shit. You can't lie to me, mother. You lie to your motherfucking self. You know what I'm saying? How is it not about race, bro? Come on. My boy, you know what I'm saying? My boy got off low key, dude. Oh, now 2 years is okay. Now don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? 2 years locked up, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's a while, you know what I'm saying? But 2 years, getting locked up for getting locked up for 2 years for violation, something, you know what I'm saying? Violation, something like that, you know what I'm saying? Maybe something, make burglary or something like that. That's different. But you know what I'm saying, maybe your first offense, you know what I'm saying, some, you know what I'm saying, getting caught with some drugs or something. But at the same time, you're getting 2 years for murder. And my bad, then they drop the charge. They just dumb it down to negligent homicide and make it sound cute and pretty and put some barrettes on the motherfucker and some bows on it.
The state of Texas is known for being racist. How do you think Cayson Allison got away with doing what he did to a Mexican? Because the state of Texas is racist.
Oh, but
you got the nerve to say that, you got the nerve to fix your mouth to say that this ain't about race? It is about race. If Joe Ramirez would have stabbed Cayson Allison 4 times, he would still be in jail. He would have got charged with murder. Let's deal with reality.
All of this racial. You know, there were people this either way. I know that there are a lot of people that want to make all of this racial.
But see, and these are the kind of dudes, you know what I'm saying, that talk about NK in their neighborhoods and don't want blacks, you know what I'm saying, their neighborhoods talking about this and that and all that bullshit, but then want to deny when something's really racist, my nigga. So that's corny, because you know what I'm saying, y'all can indict y'all racism and pump y'all shit up and pump y'all chests up and push y'all racist narratives when it comes down to innocent. And it be black people that be innocent, that only be gangbanging, just straight up neutral. How you gonna gangbang and trip on some neutrals? That shit is weak. That shit is bunk. That shit is weak. You banging on some neutrals, that's weak. That's boy, that's some bullshit. That's some bitch shit. You know what I'm saying? That's bunk though. You messing, you know what I'm saying? But then at the same time, you know what I'm saying? But I get it though. You don't see, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can perpetuate y'all racism and put y'all narratives and put y'all racist lines, but at the same time, you feel what I'm saying? You don't when something, you know what I'm saying, is racist in the face and don't got nothing to do with so-called black people, then I got to throw my hands up. Because shit, he looking at it like it was a Mexican versus a Mexican, right? That's how he looking at it.
You guys, look, let's get the support up, man. Drop something on the Cash App. Earlier, you guys send the Cash Apps. Then I'll drop the link and I'll pull some people up to speed. We got 300 plus people watching. Let's get us some supporters. Bless the Cash App.
I'm gonna stop. I ain't gonna.
Make sure that you hit that like button and share the.
You know what I'm saying? Overdue. Shout out to Red Supreme. Check out his channel, man. Y'all look at title, everything. Subscribe. Red Supreme. You know what I'm saying? You got a TV one and you got another channel, all right? Shout him out. Check him out. Salute. You know what I'm saying? Man, that shit is biased like a mug, man. These people, man. You see what I'm saying? I got a couple of little stories though, man. I'm on it right now. Hold up. So I got some stories for you. You know what I'm saying? Man, they going with the Luigi shit, man. These motherfuckers, man. Look out, look, okay, let's go with this Luigi shit real quick. This shit is a psyop too, man. It's a big psyop. I don't look, check this out. And see, these are the same. Look, just because you killed a CEO, a rich CEO that was getting over on people, the corporation was getting over on people, does not mean that you're a hero, bro. You still smoke somebody, man. You kill somebody, bro. You're not a hero. You killing somebody that's a CEO or whatever healthcare insurance agency. That does not make you a hero, bro. Because they're still getting over on people. They still have high prices, high premium. They still got, you know what I'm saying? What was the blow for humanity? You know what I'm saying? How did you strike a blow? You know what I'm saying? For that. You killed the CEO, big, you know what I'm saying? Bro, you're not a hero. If that was a black motherfucker that killed the CEO, he wouldn't see it'd be different. You see what I'm saying? Nah, man, I'm not going with that, man. This is an actor right here, this dude, Luigi. Right? He's an actor. We already showed you the IMDb and everything, and he's a producer. So let's, you know what I'm saying? This dude's an actor and a producer. Come on, man. What else more I gotta say?
First up, we've got Shake Video Mask.
Killing it with the YouTube, killing it with these damn commercials. Shout out to Real Nathan Daily, man. Shout him out, man.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. This does not look good. This doesn't look good at all. Not for the state, not for the prosecutor.
See, I don't care because look, but shout out to Real Nathan though. Check him out. Check out his channel. Well, look, I don't care about none of this because I already know he's an actor. And I already know this story don't make no sense. They caught him at McDonald's and shit. You know what I'm saying? A little bit after when Donald Trump was on the campaign trail, he was running the same a similar McDonald's in Pennsylvania. Come on, man. Stop it. You're lying, man. They're hitting us with the psyops, man. And you with the psychological operations, you know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you why. If you caught my previous video, I gave you a brief summary breakdown of what it might look like based on the information provided by Luigi's attorney, Tom Dickey. Now, listen, you guys brought to my attention some interesting facts. Tom Dickey actually submitted a document to the judge basically saying, listen, I want to suppress this evidence. Why? Because my client's Fourth Amendment rights were violated. He was arrested unlawfully. He was searched unlawfully. And now we have the actual.
That's how you know it's staged. So how did they have pictures of this dude? So they had pictures of the dude. They had him on the bike and all this. The bike just disappeared. You know what I'm saying? They found the bike, you know, right? And then all of a sudden he was in. Why did he go to Pennsylvania then? If he was innocent, why did he go to 2-3 other states over if he was innocent? Why leave the state? And that's how you knew it was staged because we was like, oh, we think he left the state, and then like a week later they find him in Pennsylvania. How did you see that state? It's all fake. This is a fake story. I don't care what nobody thinks. This is fake. This story is 100% fake. It's not real. This story ain't real. Come on, man. This story is not real. The Luigi Mangione, and you know what I'm saying, and that's how you know it's staged because they got the Luigi costumes from Mario Brothers. Really, I'm like, yeah, this is fake, man. Y'all got to be careful with these stories, man. You know what I'm saying? And this dude, oh man, he might be a game changer because they violated his Fourth Amendment rights and this and the dude, he was a suspect. What are you talking about, man? That's not true. No. If I'm a suspect in something, if you're a suspect in something, bro, that's different, bro. If you have any kind of, if the police think that you could have any, suspect you of actually committing a crime, they can arrest you and they could detain you, bro. That's not true. Oh, let's keep going with this. I mean, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I can see if I did, I've never been arrested or nothing like that. I know what I'm talking about. I've been arrested. I've been detained. I've been arrested. I've been detained just because I didn't have my ID. And I had to walk all the way from home from the substation at 3:00 in the morning in gang neighborhood. Yeah, I've been through all that. I've been through that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah.
Breakdowns on this affidavit that was provided by the attorney. Now, I'm going to be honest, you guys, if this is accurate, this case looks like it's going to be over before it even hits trial. We're talking about the possibility of evidence being tossed out, dismissed. suppressed. Why? Because the officers may have violated his rights. Now let's talk about it, because all this hinges on the ID. And so let me first shout out one of our followers and subscribers here who brought this to my attention. This is Troubled Ocean. Thank you so much for this post. You guys, listen, I do this for a living as an expert witness, previously as an officer, as an investigator.
I don't see how, my bad. I mean, he's a cop or whatever, ex-cop, whatever, officer, whoever. You know what I'm saying? I don't see, bro, okay, I feel you. You know what I'm saying? I get it. You know what I'm saying? Salute to my brother, you know what I'm saying? Roddy over here. But at the same time, or Nathan, my bad. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? That's not true. You know what I'm saying? If the police, see, now the thing is, when this is true, right here, what I'm gonna say. If the police can't just jack you up and detain you and search you and all that, if you haven't committed crime, right? They can't do that. In this case, it's different. Trust me. They got an APB for a motherfucker. They're gonna search you. They're gonna detain you. Come on, man.
Of diving into these details, but this case right here,
people, but you see, and then the thing about it is, people right here will go with the narrative. Oh man, you know what I'm saying? Justice, yeah, hell yeah, man. We'll get you. You know what? What will we do? Man, he struck a blow for the fucking American people because he killed some CEO that nobody even fucking knows about. Let's go.
There's so many intricate parts we're talking about on a chest level. Okay, some of these things are conspiracy based, but a lot of these things are unfolding, and some things are too.
Just because check this out. Just because the fact alone that it is has any kind of conspiracy in it lets you know that this is staged. I'm sorry. The motherfucker go on a scooter, and then then the defense. Oh, what the defense that it was dressed just like him, by the way. Was she the lady that, you know what I'm saying, the defense lady happens to be Puff Daddy's ex-lawyer's wife. Wow, what a coincidence. Also, tried Sigmund Fry. And guess what? Guess where he was at? In the same fucking detention center as Puff Daddy. Wow. Come on, man.
Too good to be true. It's too convenient that this is going to work out, possibly in Luigi's favor. One thing I have to add, you guys, is that a lot of people, even from the law enforcement side and investigators, are already claiming that they found the suspect, that he is truly the person who committed the murder, and that he is guilty before the court.
And then they went to another state. So that has to be. So when you go to another state, for when that's different jurisdictions, guess what? That's when you talk about the U.S. Marshals. For whatever, I'm assuming that the U.S. Marshals busted him or got him wherever the fucking Pennsylvania. And then they said police apprehended him. Do what? Police apprehended him, dude. So the police got him, but the U.S. Marshals didn't get him. Let's go.
Of law, they are making these statements in the media.
Well, I tell
always
you, come on, man.
everybody.
I mean, I ain't the smartest dude. I'm not the smartest.
Proven guilty.
Yeah, I'm not the smartest dude. But come on. Y'all seen that movie with Wesley Snipes and what to do? Motherfucking the dude and shit. U.S. Marshals with I forgot the dude's name. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really how it works, man. You go jump just like for one, when you jump bail, a bail's bondman comes and gets you, like, you know what I'm saying? Or a bounty hunter. It's that simple, and they could go across state lines to get you. Like, I mean, what are we not understanding right here? You know what I'm saying? Same thing in this aspect. The police, a state agency could go with the U.S. Marshals to another state, but different jurisdictions, especially different state jurisdictions. Different states have different laws. So in that case, a U.S. Marshal U.S. Marshal is over everything in the so-called United States. They could go anywhere. That's the people that come to get you. But it was a regular police that got them, sure. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Let's go. That's why people can't run that by me, man. I think too much, man. I don't know if it's good or bad thing, you know what I'm saying? Because people are so stupid. I don't know.
What did the officer say? One of the biggest things about this is that I noticed is that the officer they're claiming is a rookie officer, 6 months on the job in Allentown, Pennsylvania. And what does he say? He gets in the media and he's talking about that initial contact, getting a
Didn't I say Didn't I say it was a cop? It was not a U.S. Marshal that got him.
Around a perspective of the state of mind of the officer before he made contact with Luigi is crucial for this case, and I'm explaining to you why. You guys follow me with this one, all right? If you go into a situation and you already have it in your mind that this person is the person, the suspect from New York, the violent suspect who murdered the CEO, if this is him, I have to conduct myself a certain way. I forget my...
Bro, he had the same, he had the backpack, he had the same clothes, like he had the same stuff, bro. How's it not him? You know what, man? I'm gonna play a couple. Yo, check this out. I'm gonna play a couple more minutes. You feel me? I'm gonna play a couple more minutes, but and I'm gonna go on something else because this dude burnt out, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? But see, I wonder if this dude. I'm gonna check out his commentary more, and I'm gonna check to see if he has the same kind of energy for black, so-called black suspects. And the same kind of, you know what I'm saying, enthusiasm, you know what I'm saying?
My basic training. I forget the rule of law. I forget people's constitutional rights still have to be followed, even though you're excited. To me, after reading...
Who's excited? Who's excited?
What the attorney put out in regards to why he wants to suppress the evidence, to me, it sounds like the officers got a little overzealous. They got ahead of themselves. They got too excited. They allowed the adrenaline, the excitement to take charge, to override common sense, to supersede law. Because here's where they went wrong. If I'm reading this correctly, if you guys haven't seen it, I'm gonna do a full breakdown of the document that Dickey presented to the judge saying, I want to suppress this. Here's what happened. Let's now follow me. I'm going to tell you why all this hinges on the ID and how the ID was obtained. Was it presented or was it found?
I thought the dude, wait, I thought the dude lives in San Francisco. See, this is how you know it's staged and this is fake. Off the bat. I thought he lived in San Francisco. I thought his family was from Baltimore. Yeah, he was in New York, right? Why does he have a new and Pennsylvania? Why does he have a New Jersey? You know what? I'm about to. You know what? I'm about to end this, man. Yeah, I'm about to end this dude. This dude burnt, bro. I might come back in a little while, man, but this is burnt out, man. Like, nah, man. Come on, man. You know, they playing with people with that one, man. And then in all these places, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego and shit? The motherfucker lives in motherfucking San Francisco with his mom and shit. You know what I'm saying? Or by his mom and shit. Then the motherfucker really from Baltimore. His family is a rich family, billionaire family that knows Nancy Pelosi's family from Baltimore. Then the motherfucker gets caught in New York. In New York on camera, fucking riding a scooter and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? And then the nigga gets caught in motherfucking Pennsylvania. Not by a U.S. Marshal, by the way, by a regular cop, by the way. Come on, man. Come on, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're adults, you know what I'm saying? We're not going for that, dude. We're not going for that shit. That's bullshit. That's some bullshit right there. You know what I'm saying? That's ridiculous, man. That's some bullshit. Giving us that. You know what I'm saying? But if it don't make sense, then what's the story? What do we, if it doesn't make sense? You see what I'm saying? Stuff be scripted, man. I'm telling y'all, man. Super scripted, man. You can't believe, you know what I'm saying? You can't even believe your eyes or ears, you know what I'm saying? Literally. All right, so let's look at this blackout in Spain, man. You know what I'm saying? Damn, that's messed up, man. You know what I'm saying? It's grid, man. You never know, man. The grid might try to, you know, they might try to play because they're already playing with the damn grid anyway. Shoot, hell, they might try to take the grid down out here. So let's look at this, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. I'm just like, damn, you know.
Authorities there say is impacting the entire Iberian Peninsula. Let's get straight to our breaking news this hour out of southern Europe. And a massive power outage has knocked out electricity across Spain and Portugal, causing chaos at airports, at train stations, and on the roads. The Portuguese national grid operator says all of the Iberian Peninsula has been impacted and that some parts of France were also affected. CNN's Salma Abdelaziz is in London. Salma.
Chaos and confusion. I think those are absolutely the words of the day. Around midday local time in both Spain and Portugal, multiple towns, multiple cities experiencing a complete electricity outage, a complete power outage. We're talking about tens of millions of people now who are experiencing a total blackout. You can see what those images look like there on your screen. That means trains have come to a standstill. That means airports are filled with passengers who simply don't know what to do. This is midday, remember, so schools, businesses, shops, restaurants, all of those, of course, coming to a standstill with people struggling to figure out what's next. Now to that confusion, because the first question here, Becky, is, of course, for everyone there, when will the power come back? Authorities say they're scrambling to restore electricity in these places. They simply don't know the cause, though, of what's caused this outage. There are investigations underway, but of course the priority is to bring the power back. It's also unclear how widespread this power outage is. You mentioned those reports that these outages may go as far as France. Then you have to remember just how disruptive this is to daily life. It reports that even traffic lights are not working. The mayor of Madrid appealing to people to please proceed calmly, to be careful, because that is how much life has come to a standstill. Also reports that mobile services, cell phones, are not working. So you're talking about communications being cut as well. So absolutely right now, for tens of millions of people, there is a sense of scramble, a sense of panic, and no clear answer as to when these services will be restored or why they were even cut in the first place.
Salma, I'm just getting news on parts of southwest France, briefly affected. News just coming into CNN by this power cut, but now focusing on supporting Spain, as far as we can tell, described certainly in the southwest of the country of France as being briefly impacted by a small power cut. That's a spokeswoman for France's electricity transmission operator, RTE, telling CNN on Monday. Obviously, nobody wants to speculate at this point as to what has happened, but certainly this being described in region as exceptional and extraordinary. Again, many questions about why and how long it might take before the power is restored. And at this point, your reporting suggests that there is no clear answer to either of those questions, correct?
No clear answer to either of those questions. And I think also the extent of the issue is still being understood. I mean, as you just mentioned there, we're starting to understand just how far wide this could reach, as deep into Spain. It's also affecting cell phone services. So again, we're trying to understand how many industries, how many services are affected by this. We talked about traffic lights. Just being able to cross the street right now could be dangerous in one of these towns or cities. But you also have to think about hospitals. How are they continuing to provide medical care, if at all, particularly emergency care, if these cities have been plunged into darkness? You also have to remember, of course, for schools, for children who aren't going to be able to have that electricity and can't even get in touch with their parents potentially. So a lot of fear, a lot of concern, while authorities are scrambling, as you said, to get a hold of what is an unprecedented power outage across Spain, Portugal, and parts of Europe.
Let's just hear from the mayor of Madrid.
There are moments that shape futures, that are unforgettable. Today is such a time. The FIFA Club World Cup is the best versus the best. Champions versus champions. And it's happening.
Aquí desde el Centro Integrado de Seguridad Emergente. At this moment, it is necessary to keep all roads clear. Traffic lights are currently off, but what is essential is that emergency services can move. We have also closed the tunnels on Street 30. And at the same time, calls to 112, please. Only those that are truly urgent. And if they are not attended to, they can go to police stations and to the fire stations of the City Council of Madrid for assistance.
comisarías de policía y a los parques de bomberos del Ayuntamiento de Madrid para que...
So a major power outage reported in Spain and Portugal, small power outages in France as well. The extent of this breaking news not clear as of yet. The countries of Spain and Portugal alone have a combined population of something like 50 million. Authorities.
So, man, we're going to keep the people in our prayers, man. You know what I'm saying? Salute to them, man. But, yeah. That's kind of interesting how they don't know. It's like, you never know, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust in the dang soul, man. I don't trust the soul. You know what I'm saying? Uh-oh. Speaking of psyops. Speaking of the psyops, man. You already know how I got to do it. I got to be clear and fair on all, you know what I'm saying?
Federal courthouse in Burlington, where his second hearing just wrapped up. Charlotte, tell us what happened in there.
Adrian, the judge said that Modawi's detention was inconsistent with American values, and hundreds of supporters celebrated his release today when he stepped outside the courthouse. The U.S. District Judge heard arguments from the state's attorney and Modawi's lawyers, but ultimately ruled that Modawi does not pose a flight risk or danger to the community and ordered his immediate release. The court also said they found no derogatory information in Modawi's file and questioned the government's justification for holding him. Modawi addressed the crowd after he stepped out of the courthouse, saying he was confident in his case.
We will not fear anyone because our fight is a fight for love, is a fight for democracy, is a fight for humanity. And I am saying it clear and loud. Yes. To President Trump and his cabinet. Yes. I am not afraid of you.
Is it political? Is it political?
The Trump administration has called Modawi a threat to national security because of his role organizing pro-Palestinian protests.
Trump and them, that, you know what I'm saying, they locked him up, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They or had him in that federal custody, whatever, you know what I'm saying? For thinking that he was a part of, you know what I'm saying, the organization or whatever, inciting and protesting. It's all staged, man. Trust me. And then he's saying something back to Trump, and it's a back and forth, all like, yeah, come on.
Colombia last year. And while the judge ruled in favor of his release, it comes with conditions. He must remain in Vermont, but he's permitted to travel to New York City to attend classes at Columbia University and meet with his legal team. Modawi immigration status still remains uncertain, but the judge's decision marks a big turning point. Live in Burlington, I'm Shirley Hancock, NBC 5 News.
These hands have helped me become a 3-time All-Star. I must protect them.
Oh, yeah. California Democrats unblock a bill that make sex trafficking minors a felony again. Wow. Why would you block something like that? Boy, I tell you. Let's go to California layoffs, man. Let's go to that. Damn. UPS, look, check this out.
Outside the UPS hub in Riverside and what it means for all of us. Christian.
That's right, guys. Well, UPS.
They're going to make it automated, baby. They're going to make it automated. It's going to be AI.
Has released their first quarter earnings report today, saying that this is all due to new or increased tariffs and also the change in
that's the tariff stuff. That's also the tariff stuff too, is to push the AI too. If you think about it, you know what I'm saying, all this madness is to put, you know what I'm saying, just to push the AI.
the economy. Now, they would not specify or give any more details as to how this would impact operations right here in Southern California. But today we spoke to several customers who believe they think that this will slow down services.
The future is grim for thousands of UPS employees. As the company announced Tuesday, they are cutting 20,000 people.
And what's the union saying? What was going on with the union? Don't they got a union? What is the union saying about that? See, and you see how they did that? They just gave them a raise not too long ago, some years back. You know what I'm saying? And then boom. I'm telling you, man, this is all by design, man. They just gave them a raise not too long ago.
From its workforce and shutting down dozens of facilities across the country.
To me, it's taking food off the table because people have their needs, and actually, all what's going on right now, they need to have a job.
Outside the UPS store in Victorville, word of the company reduction in staff and property raised concerns among customers.
That's really sad to hear. I'm sure that's going to affect all of us, not just the employees, but all of us who depend on UPS. That's going to be really rough.
UPS reporting it made consolidated revenue of $21.5 billion compared to $21.7 billion this time last year.
Man, these motherfuckers making, trust me, man, they're making profit. Let's stop it, man. Don't look. Come on, man. How come you don't see the CEOs coming out and talking about this? How come you don't see? Come on, they don't care. Let's just keep it real, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be real. You know what I mean?
During their first quarter earnings report, blaming new and increased tariffs and changes to the economy. The company also reducing the number of packages they deliver for Amazon by more than 50% by the summer of 2026. UPS expected to reduce the company's estimated 490,000 employees by 20,000 positions in 2025 and close 73 leased and owned buildings by the end of June.
Pretty much I do all my online shopping.
We met Gabriela Batz outside this UPS store in Riverside as she was returning some of her online purchases.
It's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. So the delay on, getting my refunds and getting my exchanges is going to be a nightmare. It's going to be a headache.
The company says it is not releasing details about how this will impact operations in Southern California until all its impacted individuals have been contacted.
Motherfucker backing up almost hit her and shit. What's wrong with people, man? You can at least honk your horn and just wait. Damn. Or let's signal them, let them know, hey, I'm backing up, say something. Damn. Like, you know what? I know you're live and shit, so I don't want you know what I mean? Fucking if I hit her, shit. Look, you can see through the reflection, you can see the cameraman. You can see the cameraman through the reflection of the truck. That's funny.
But some UPS workers told NBC4 off camera they have seen canceled routes due to low deliveries. The company's CEO saying the macro environment may be uncertain, but with our actions, we will emerge as an even stronger, more nimble UPS.
And back out here live, the company says as the reduction of staff goes into effect, they are also undertaking the largest network reconfiguration in history to be more efficient, but they did not elaborate on those details. Meantime, we did reach out to the Teamsters, the union who represents the UPS workers, for comments about this announcement, but we have not heard back. In Riverside, Christian Cáceres, NBC4 News.
Yeah, man. It ain't a coincidence, man. It ain't a coincidence. I mean, oh, damn, man. Everything's all by design. So I'm gonna play another video. I'm about to get off here right now, man. For a couple hours, I'm about to take my ass off here, man. Just wanted to come on here and break some stuff down. You know what I'm saying? Break down the hypocrisy in these cases, man, and how other groups of people treat, you know what I'm saying, other groups of people, you know what I'm saying, when it's them versus them. Make sense? You know what I'm saying? We go with the what's the name? Hold up. My bad. Let me get a touch on the Shannon Sharp thing real quick before I get off here. Let's do the Shannon Sharp. You know what I'm saying? Let me go to Shannon Sharp right now. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't understand. We can't, from now, we got to stop, playing into their games. You know what I'm saying? And just see reality for what it is. A lot of this stuff is simulation. A lot of this stuff is psyops. A lot of this stuff, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these people are playing with our psyche, man, with our minds. You see what I'm saying? And shaping our public opinion. Shaping our opinion versus us having an opinion for our own. You feel what I'm saying? And what about the Shannon Sharp thing? It's a shakedown. It's a shakedown. But see, you messing with this young little broad. Somebody said he might as well have been a passport bro. Bro, I mean, what did you try to? I mean, you was messing with this chick just for sex and then fun, and you were messing with this chick to like fund her life, or what was the purpose? Okay, sex and what else? I mean, shouldn't you that would be the main purpose of entertaining a broad like that? But then see, you get caught up with a female like that, period, it's over with because she can say anything, man, they'll believe it. That's where the black man on all that come in. Because you're the guy. You're the celebrity. Hold up. All right, man. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Damn it. No, that was that. Hold up. I'm not gonna play that. I ain't gonna play nothing TMZ. My bad. I didn't mean to play that, YouTube. That was an accident. We ain't doing nah. We ain't doing that over there. Over here. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna get caught up in that trap. Man, who got the Shay, man?
Scrutiny as multiple allegations of sexual assault and misconduct have surfaced, prompting his temporary departure from ESPN and raising serious questions about his future in broadcasting. On April 24th, Shannon announced that he would be stepping away from his role at ESPN as he faces a $50 million rape and battery lawsuit. The woman behind the lawsuit alleges that Shannon raped her following a night of drinking and has submitted explicit text messages that she claims support her account. One message from the accuser allegedly sent out.
How do you? But there's the audio though of her saying all this crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? And talk about, you know what I'm saying, having a big black child with him and all this crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man.
The incident reads,
it's a
no means
shakedown.
no, Shannon. Since the
50
lawsuit
million?
was filed, 2 separate audio recordings have emerged, both of which appear to capture Shannon
He's a
threatening
fool
the
though,
woman
man.
involved. In one clip, a man believed to be Shannon can be heard saying he would choke the shit out of her. In another, he allegedly says he would do it in public. These recordings have been included in the official case filings. Shannon initially made no mention of the lawsuit on his podcast Nightcap, which aired shortly after the news broke. However, he later addressed the matter directly, denying the allegations and announcing his intention to file a countersuit for defamation.
Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do.
According to Shannon, he has done nothing wrong and claims the woman is attempting to extort him. Court documents also suggest that Shannon offered the accuser a $10 million settlement. His team has not confirmed or denied that claim. The controversy deepened significantly when a second woman came forward, also accusing Shannon of rape and alleging that he threatened to destroy her reputation if she ever went public. On the same day, a former female colleague accused Shannon of choking her during a workplace
all right,
incident that
man.
reportedly occured before the
So we got three. Didn't I tell you about
While this
the number
accusation
3 or
is
not?
not part of the active case, it is added to the growing scrutiny surrounding Shannon's conduct. With mounting allegations.
I just told you 3. Didn't I tell you about that number 3? Now it's 3 females accusing them, right?
And public pressure, ESPN has yet to issue a formal statement regarding Shannon's long-term status. As of now, his role at the network remains uncertain.
3. It's 3 females. That's crazy, man. Well, I tell you, man. So I'm gonna get off here, man. So look, you know what I'm saying? Salute, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Thanks for y'all. You know what I'm saying in the chats. You know what I'm saying? Dawson, Shaq, Dark Boss. I salute, man. Appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? The support. So I'm gonna be doing more videos, man. Revamping this channel and shit. You know what I'm saying? Different topics, man. I gotta do that, man. I got a lot of stuff going on, man. I got this camera, so I'm gonna work in the camera, and I'm gonna start doing another little channel too, man. So I got a lot of stuff coming up for the summer, man. You see what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I'm gonna provide y'all with some good content, man. Some good stuff, man. But like I was saying, man, don't believe. You know what I'm saying? Only believe anything half of what you see and half of what you hear. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of this stuff be soft. A lot of this stuff is scripted, man. A lot of this stuff, man, it's just to, you know, to shape your opinion, man, and to put narratives in your mind. You see what I'm saying? And also to keep that narrative, that white power narrative going. You see what I'm saying? To keep that structure going. It's also for that too. You know what I'm saying? Making people like Dubs, you know what I'm saying? Making them talk and talk crazy and damn near like, you know what I'm saying? Cape for the damn suspect. So when it's a black suspect, you got the smoke. You see what I'm saying? So y'all, I'ma holler at y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? So salute to y'all, man. So I'm gonna probably do another show on Friday, man. I'm gonna be re-repping the channel. I'm gonna start another channel, and then I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying, use this camera. So other than that, check me out, man, for the summer. Thanks for tapping in. Subscribe, like, share this out to y'all social media, man. Other than that, until then, salute. All right.